problem. A new Blue Bloods, CBS next Friday, 10/9 Central.
The Equalizer is all new, CBS Sunday and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Still some decent weather in the forecast for the UP. Check out some of the beautiful fall colors up here. We'll have complete weather details.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, we're hearing more reaction from around the world following Israel taking out the leader of Hamas. Plus, we hear from UP County leaders as they meet and float ideas about how to better their communities. And we have more details on the Able Medical Devices, a company in Gwynn, expanding their operations in Marquette County and how many jobs they're looking to add. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Clouds are picking up today. Here in Marquette, we'll probably stay dry, maybe squeeze out a few showers later in the afternoon. Still on the mild side, not quite as breezy either. High temperatures will be in the mid-60s. And a couple of showers toward the west. Eagle Harbor toward Ironwood may get a few morning showers and perhaps a few drops of rain later in the afternoon farther toward the east. The rest of the weekend forecast later in the show. Kevin, back to you.
Tom, thank you. Reaction continues to pour in over the death of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar as leaders weigh in on what it might mean for the conflict in the Middle East. Bradley Blackburn reports from New York, and we want to warn you some of the images of Sinwar's death may be disturbing.
Rockets fired towards Israel Friday night could be seen from Lebanon, hours after Hezbollah announced a new phase in its fight with Israel. It comes a day after Israeli troops killed Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar in Gaza. President Biden addressed both conflicts after meeting with allies in Germany.
We think that there's a possibility of working for a ceasefire in Lebanon, and it's going to be harder in Gaza, but we agree that there has to be an outcome. What happens the day after?
Sinwar was the chief architect of the October 7th terror attacks. Israel had been hunting for him for more than a year, but in the end, IDF soldiers killed him by chance during a firefight in southern Gaza. U.S. officials called his death an inflection point.
Sinwar's killing yesterday, that there's a unique opportunity here for us all to kind of grab hold of to see what we can do to end the war.
Family members of hostages also expressed hope.
Now we have a real chance to find a way to seal a deal.
But among the rubble in Gaza, Palestinians mourned Sinwar's death during Friday prayers. And a Hamas deputy chief said Friday it will not return hostages until there's a ceasefire and Israeli forces withdraw.
On Thursday, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Sinwar's death isn't the end of the war, but it's the beginning of the end. This week, commissioners from every Upper Peninsula county are in Harris for a biannual gathering. WZMQ's Lily Simmons tells us what they discussed and what they'll be bringing back to their constituents.
The Upper Peninsula Association of County Commissioners Conference brings local officials together to hear from state legislators, UPCAP, and other UP organizations about the top priorities in their communities.
We received information from Invest UP on economic development throughout the entire Upper Peninsula. We also had a presentation from the UP Health System, along with a presentation on green energy with the solid waste that gets generated throughout the UP. So there was a lot of great information for county commissions to absorb.
Today's key topics included resources for veterans and programs through the Department of Natural Resources.
Also about 911 conductivity throughout the UP, a very important part of public safety. It's very important that county elected officials have a collaborative effort with the legislature, along with the people that are holding these informational gatherings for us.
Among those in attendance were all 5 Delta County commissioners.
The conference is a good way to network and to work with other commissioners throughout the UP.
In addition to building those partnerships, District 3's Myra Crosdell says she was most interested in learning from state leaders about the newest legislation affecting civilians.
The legislation had come through to give us updates of the bills that are going to be passed. The lame duck season, MAC came in with their updates. It was a lot of updating and keeping us informed.
For all commissioners, the association conference provided new ideas, potential solutions, and topics of discussion to take back to their county boards.
It is really an extraordinary conference, and you take a little piece of this and a little piece of that.
We want to make sure that the services that are provided to the constituents or our shareholders, taxpayers, that we're doing our due diligence for the people we serve.
Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Harris.
A Marquette County business is set to receive $500,000 from the Michigan Strategic Fund to help with construction of a new facility. Able Medical Devices in Gwinn has already started its $13 million project to grow its facility. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has more on how the company is hoping the expansion will also spark growth in the area.
Able Medical Devices is a Gwinn manufacturer that creates medical devices used around the world for orthopedic surgeries. 70 people currently work with Able Medical, but this time next year, that number is expected to be over 100 employees.
The current facility at Gwinn has served us very well since 2018, but we're kind of at the point now where as we look ahead to our growth, we need to have something that is able to scale with us and support us a little bit better.
Earlier this year, Able launched a $13 million expansion project that has already broken ground in Marquette. The new facility will be 30,000 square feet with the ability to expand around 100,000. To start off, 40 new machinists, assembly and welding workers, as well as behind-the-scenes sales and supply chain staff will be added.
This is a company that is experiencing tremendous growth.
The facility is being built with the help of a $500,000 Michigan Business Development Program grant.
We're super happy because it allows us to stay within this community, help contribute to the growth of the community. So we're very, very grateful for their support in this.
The money is coming out of the state's strategic fund, which is designed to help spur economic and population growth.
The Strategic Fund Board is laser focused on building the foundation for prosperity across both peninsulas within the state of Michigan.
The new building is expected to finish construction, and Able is scheduled to begin switching locations in the summer of 2025. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
The Houghton Portage Township School District is asking voters to approve a $23 million bond proposal. Our John Truitt spoke with the school superintendent and has this report.
Superintendent Anders Hill is very proud of his school district. Their elementary school was nationally recognized as a blue ribbon school, and their high school was among the top 1.5% in the nation in schools with STEM programs. Anders feels the success of the schools warrants an investment by the residents.
We're every year trying to be a better school and improve what we're doing, and like I said, I hope that people see the value in this, and if they do, they'll support it.
Anders went on to explain the actual cost to taxpayers.
Over the lifetime of that bond, the simple average annual millage would be 2.77 mils, which is $2.77 on each $1,000 of taxable value.
There is opposition to this proposal, with detractors pointing out that school choice students from outside the district will reap the benefits of the plan without paying their fair share.
Not everybody's going to support it, but hopefully people see that we've been a good stewards of what we've been given and support what we're doing moving forward. Half of it would go to an early learning center where we would move our kindergartners, which would create some space at our elementary school. The other half would go for security upgrades with secure entries, upgrading all of our science and chemistry labs, our CTE, welding, wood shop, create a robotics lab and a small engines lab, and really elevate education in Houghton.
In Houghton, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
Marquette art galleries are showing off local artists. The Marquette Art Tour is making a return this Saturday, featuring 150 local and regional artists, live demonstrations, pop-up displays, workshops, and entertainment. The Marquette Arts and Culture Center is helping organize and opening up their gallery, along with 11 participating Marquette galleries and studios. The tour focuses on visual arts, but will have a wide range of arts on display, from paints to pottery.
Exciting things about this tour is that it has so many different art styles, that it's focused primarily on the visual arts, so paintings and drawings, but also sculpture and photography, and it's really neat.
The tour is free to attend and is from 11 to 5. Again, that's on Saturday. We'll have a link to the official tour map on our website. Tom DeVecchio has your first morning weather forecast when we come back. Plus, we examine just how big of a fad the pumpkin spice flavor has grown to be. And later, Mike takes us through the highlights for Friday night high school football, including a close one between Kingsford and Menominee. We'll be right back after this.
John's Auto has been voted the #1 dealer to buy pre-owned vehicle for longer than I've been alive. If you're looking for a vehicle, or if you're looking for someone to help with your current car, or if you need to get yours looking like new again, come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
When I was 5, I began getting sexually abused by my stepfather, and he got me pregnant when I was 12. "64,000 pregnancies from rape have occurred in states with total abortion bans. And Trump did this. Women and girls need to have choices. With Kamala Harris, we do."
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
I love tariff. It's my favorite word, and I use it all the time, like tear off a piece of that pizza and put it in my mouth.
The Late Show, weeknights on CBS. You already know Jen Hill voted with Democrats 99% of the time. But did you know Hill was the deciding vote to raid the teachers' pension fund? Worse, Hill voted to cut school safety and mental health funding 92%. Lansing liberal Jen Hill, putting politics over Peninsula. The better choice?
Carl Bonak. Carl Bonak has a plan to fight inflation, reduce our cost of living, and keep our schools safe and fully funded. Carl Bonak, putting Peninsula over politics.
Update your home with new GE appliances from Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. GE appliances are built to last, have print-resistant finishes, and offer high performance with energy efficiency. Kirkish has a large selection for both kitchen and laundry. Free delivery and 0% financing.
Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News.
Is your parents' car sounding funny? Do you hear any clunks, rattles, squeaks, or leaks? Tell them to call John's Auto Service Department for fast, friendly, and affordable service. Come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
Checking things out for the balance of the night on our headlines here. Nice night overall. Will gradually die off after had some pretty decent breezes here in the evening. Then for Saturday, clouds, a lot more clouds in the grand scheme of things. The western quarter of the Upper Peninsula toward Eagle Harbor into Ironwood may be a little bit on the wet side. But from Marquette eastward, just a few drops of rain possible for the afternoon. But we end the weekend on a great note, looking at some good sunshine for Sunday, along with some fairly decent temperatures, downright warm. And despite the clouds, maybe you want to check out some of the color. Perhaps you could wait till Sunday when the sun is better here. Now, still a decent amount of color here. We are past peak, generally in northern fringes of Wisconsin along the border, and from Sault Ste. Marie, Newberry, into Mackinac City here. It doesn't mean that the trees are bare. It just means that they're past prime. There's still some real pretty viewing. The best viewing still in the center part of the Upper Peninsula away from the lake shore. So get on out and check things out because I'm sure in the next week or two we're going to get a lot of loss of those leaves, so you still have a good chance of checking them out through the weekend. So here comes the rain early in the morning. Again, Eagle Harbor into Ironwood, as you can see, with those showers. Probably the best chance of seeing rain is in those areas. As we go through the day, the main batch of rain moves north. A couple of showers skirt the region during the afternoon. Should be maybe linger in the evening from east of Newberry. And things, though, still pretty mild overall as far as temperatures go. And we'll have some decent weather as we head on towards Sunday. Back to the sunshine. Good southerly winds are going to boost our highs over 70 degrees, not too shabby. So for tonight, we'll have low temperatures, mainly in the mid to upper 40s away from the Lake Superior shores, closer to 50, including a 51 in Marquette for tonight for downtown and along the lakefront. And into tomorrow, not a bad day. Again, far west, maybe some showers. Actually, I think a decent chance of some early rain. But as the day goes on and that wave moves eastward, it's going to lose its punch as the main bands of rain stay to the north. And should see some sunshine for the afternoon, but still a chance of a few drops of rain from Marquette eastward. Temperatures close to 70 Iron Mountain and well into the 60s here for Marquette itself. For Sunday, looking even better. Back to beautiful sunshine for the day. Temperatures will be in the low 70s, up to 75 on Monday. Not too shabby there. And then into Tuesday, despite the transition days, the next front approaches, temperatures near 70. Good chance of rain Tuesday night, and we see much cooler air for Wednesday and Thursday. But there are indications of another uptick for Friday into the next weekend.
Thank you, Tom. Every fall for more than 2 decades and counting, Starbucks lures coffee lovers with its pumpkin spice lattes. And over the last 20 years, scores of other retailers have jumped on the bandwagon, adding pumpkin spice to their products. So much so, the flavor is turning up in some unexpected places. Michael George looks into whether the seasonal trend has gone too far.
If fall had a flavor, it just might be pumpkin spice.
I enjoy pumpkin spice. I do, in lots of things, muffins, bread, cake, pie.
You could say the trend took off in 2003 when Starbucks introduced the pumpkin spice latte, also known as the PSL. Since then, the coffee giant says they've sold hundreds of millions of cups.
Pumpkin spice really is the trend that just won't die.
Tricia Calvo is a food editor for Consumer Reports.
There's also something about the scent of pumpkin spice. It really brings back nostalgia for a lot of people. It's associated with fall, with warmth, with coziness, with holidays.
And now you'll find retailers putting it in just about everything. We asked pumpkin spice lovers if they'd ever try pumpkin spice lip balm or maybe pumpkin spice scented garbage bags.
Absolutely not.
It seems nothing is off limits. You can find pumpkin spice deodorant or even pumpkin spice bathroom wipes.
Hey, Tim! Yes, Jason! Guess what? It's the best time of year! Pumpkin spice season!
Okay, that you're just going way too far. No, that's really just absurd.
The question is, who's buying this?
There's a market for this?
I think if there wasn't a market for it, these companies wouldn't be making it.
But even some PSL diehards say it's time to dial it back.
It's a beautiful fall flavor, and it's just taking over and doesn't make any sense.
While some can leave it, there's plenty of people who love it. So for now, it appears pumpkin spice is here to stay.
While pumpkin spice doesn't actually contain any pumpkin, Starbucks now adds pumpkin puree to its pumpkin spice lattes. Mike has those football highlights for us after the break. He breaks down the scores and tells us who was victorious tonight after this.
Without this procedure, you could die. Question is, can we get permission? Let's check in with Carl Bonak's panel of radical politicians.
Carl Bonak is endorsed by a radical group that would criminalize nearly all abortions, putting politicians in charge of our health decisions. Their plan outlaws abortions even after rape or incest.
Wait a minute, don't I have a say in this?
I'm sorry, not with Carl Bonak and Lansing.
I love tariff. It's my favorite word, and I use it all the time, like tear off a piece of that pizza and put it in my mouth.
The Late Show, weeknights on CBS.
Your wallet is always in danger. Criminals can hack your information without you even knowing. Introducing Slim Mint, an ultra-thin RFID blocking wallet that keeps your cards and cash protected. Slim Mint uses the latest RFID blocking technology to prevent thieves from stealing your info. It's ergonomically designed to optimize space and keep your belongings organized. With the auto-locking Slim Mint, your cards and money stay securely in place. It has a built-in cash clip and a flexible outer band to fit your additional cards and cash. Call or click now and get Slim Mint for just $29.99. Order in the next 5 minutes and you'll get an instant $10 discount. So it's only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get Slim Mint at this low price. There's a strict limit of 3 Slim Mint wallets while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-653-7551. Call or visit slimmintwallet.com. So call 1-800-653-7551. Order now.
Another thrilling week to play football. The NFL on CBS. Catch all of the action this week on WZMQ 19. This Sunday, the Houston Texans travel to Green Bay to take on the Packers. See you this Sunday for the NFL on WZMQ 19.
Good evening, everyone. It's the game of the year in 11-player football in the Upper Peninsula. Number 2, Kingsford visits number 1, Menominee for all the marbles, at least when it comes to the Westpac Copper Division. Let's go to Walton Blush Stadium for this showdown. Menominee had the ball first. Tanner Terkoff completed 2 passes in a row. This one to Nathan Komp on the far left side of your screen. That would be good for a first down near the Flivers 12-yard line. A couple plays later, the direct snap will go to number 15, Clayton Miller on the right side, and he will break the plane of the goal line for 6. Extra point missed, 6-0 Maroons. We jump to the third quarter where it's still the same score. Kingsford driving, quarterback Nick Navarro rolls left, hits Trenton Van Oss. He bounces off a defender into the end zone. Extra point, no good. Tied at 6. To the fourth quarter, Tanner Terkoff scores from a couple yards. Maroons back in front 12-6. No good on the conversion again. Flivers in charge now on their 45. About halfway through the quarter, Nick Navarro rolls left. A bubble screen to Gavin Trevelyan, number 14. Cuts back to the near sideline, then the middle of the field. More than 50 yards on the play inside the Menominee 15-yard line. We move to 4th down and 3 from the Maroons 5. Navarra takes the snap, looks at the one-on-one coverage. One of the top basketball players from last year, Gavin Grondin, makes the catch. Flivers tied the game at 12. Kingsford goes for the kick. Sid Olson down, up, good. And Kingsford has the lead at 13-12. And Kingsford stays undefeated and will be number 1 in next week's 11-player poll, a 13-12 victory over previously undefeated Menominee. Meanwhile, let's go to Negaunee. They're taking on Houghton, and Houghton's first play from scrimmage is a fumble. Not totally sure who recovered it, but number 77, Alex Smith, he tells me it's Negaunee's football. I'll believe him. Around the 20. 2 plays later, handoff to Weston Yesney. And this will be good for about 4 or 5 yards and a touchdown. He had 2 carries and 20 yards at that point. Extra point, no good, 6-0 Negaunee. Gremlins picked up a first down, but punted. Here come the Miners. Quarterback Ty Jacobson to about 26 yards for the touchdown to Ian Engstrom. 2-point conversion missed, 12-0 Maize and Blue. Houghton's third series, much better than the first 2. Jay Hallinan will serpentine down the far sideline, going left and right around defenders. This is good for a 43-yard touchdown, and the Gremlins are on the board. Now, Houghton lined up for 2 in a wild formation that looked like a Miami Dolphins play from a couple years ago, but Negaunee coach Paul Jacobson called timeout, not wanting to put up with those shenanigans. The real 2-point conversion failed, 12-6 Negaunee. First quarter, Ty Jacobson permission to pass again. Ian Engstrom permission to catch again. This one's good for 30 yards, 18-6 Miners. As you can tell, conversions not easy to come by tonight. Jacobson threw one more touchdown pass very late in the first half, and Negaunee went on to win this one, and I will tell you the score in a few minutes. We're going to give you a mystery on that one. Let's go to Gladstone, where Calumet has the football after recovering a Gladstone fumble on the opening kickoff, and that is Ben Anderson, about 25 yards for the touchdown. Copper Kings on the board first. For the Braves, Isaac Ketchum takes the ball, swings to the far sideline, and he's going to get about 25 yards or so down inside the 25-yard line, but the drive stalled after that. Then Calumet gets going. Ben Anderson, a nice TD run up the gut. Extra point good, I think, and that made it 13-0. Calumet not done yet. Ted Locust up the middle, breaks a tackle. He's into the end zone. 19-0 Copper Kings. Obviously, that conversion did not do well. Gladstone gets on the board when Austin Pepin finds Nehemiah Blair with this touchdown pass. No good in the extra point. Calumet goes on to get the victory by the count of 19-6. To the scores, Escanaba over Alpena. Poor Wildcats still can't score. 47-0 was Westwood. 32-8 over Hancock. Successful homecoming for the Patriots. No trouble for Iron Mountain over Manistee. 42-0. Same for Bark River Harris. Destroying Western County politely, 49-0. Lance in the win column over Gwinn, 40-22. Petoskey all over Sault Ste. Marie, 61-0. 8-player football, Pickford at Norway. And on the opening kickoff, Norway sends it down. Gunnar Bennin will field the ball for the Panthers around the 20-yard line. Gets a couple blocks at the 40, and he gets big distance after that one. About 79 yards for the touchdown, and the Panthers are off and growling and running. Knights lost the ball on downs, 3rd and 9 for Pickford. Tommy Story gives the ball to Gunnar Bennin, and he's going to get a great block just past the line of scrimmage, 34 yards for the touch. It's a good 2-point conversion, 14-0 Pickford. We move to the second quarter. This time, quarterback Tommy Story keeps the football, finds an opening, and he's one of the better sprinters in the UP. He's going to go 75 yards for the touchdown, 2-point conversion good. Pickford up 22-0. Norway gets on the board about halfway through the quarter. The direct snap to Landon Amundsen on 3rd down, covers the last 6 yards. No good on the conversion. Pickford runs away with this one, 51-6 is your final score there, 51-6 Pickford. To the numbers, Forest Park, trying to keep up with Pickford in the polls, defeats Ontonagon 63-6. Forest Park will host North Central next Friday, and the Jets defeated Gogebic 40-13. Lakeland and Hubble, a 2-point win on the road over Ironwood, 16-14. And Munising over St. Ignace, 52-16, so the Mustangs bounce back in the win column. Newberry hangs tougher than Rudyard, 36-29. North Dickinson, a long trip, but a nice victory, 50-6 over Brimley. And Cedarville Detour, a nice win as well, 48-6 over the Trojans from Central Lake. Let's go to college hockey. Head coach Dave Shayak and players are nursing a 1-goal lead in the 3rd period against Alaska Anchorage. Shayak looking for his first win as Wildcats head coach. Joey Potter with a slap shot. Ryan Willett will make the save on that one. Willett is a senior from Colorado Springs who transferred to NMU from Niagara. He had a big responsibility trying to keep that lead. Another stop there. Off the face-off, Wolfgang Golvadaris, number 4, helps Willett contain that threat. Willett ended up with 31 saves, and Shayak does have his first win at NMU by the score of 2-1. The goals were by Captain Tanner Latch in the first period and Meldrick Bolduck in the second period. Same 2 teams tomorrow at 6:07 p.m. Elsewhere in college hockey, Lake Superior State drops a 4-1 decision to the Stonehill Skyhawks of Massachusetts, in case you did not know where that was, and was Ferris State over St. Lawrence, 1-0. Gliac men's soccer, Northern, still can't finish place. Doggone it, Saginaw Valley the winner, 1-0. On the women's side, Justina L'Esperance, a hat trick and 1 assist, 4-1 Northern over Ferris State. Michigan Tech women can't get a goal either. Davenport the winner, 1-0. College volleyball, the big crossover tournament in Indiana. NMU wins 3-2 over Findlay and 3-1 over Indianapolis. Jacqueline Smith, 37 kills between the 2 matches. And Michigan Tech lost to Quincy 3-0 and defeated Tiffin 3-0. Rachel Zerk and Meg Robbie combined for 25 kills in that victory. And Lake Superior State 3-2 over Ursuline, 15-13 in the 5th. Morgan Deming and Gia Waters each had 16 kills. Plenty of football this weekend, and we will be right back.
In Michigan, we know what a functioning border looks like. But no one's proud of what's happening at our southern border, and everyone in Washington's to blame. I'm Melissa Slotkin. I've spent my life protecting the homeland. That's why I've introduced more border security legislation than any congressman from Michigan, including a new law giving the Border Patrol more resources to crack down on cartels, because it's their fentanyl poisoning our communities. I approve this message because every country deserves to know who and what is coming across its borders.
Riverside knows it's more than just a car.
It's watching your kids grow up.
Bye, Mom. It's Girls' Day.
It's priceless weekends of happy campers.
And Riverside is more than just a car dealership.
We're your trusted certified service center,
providing you with peace of mind with reliable and safe transportation.
It's not just a car, it's an extension of you.
And Riverside is not just a dealership.
We're your dealership.
Selection, quality, and price. What matters to you matters to us at Riverside Auto Group.
25 years of fun, and you're invited. It's the silver anniversary of the Downtown Marquette Farmers Market. Come celebrate with us every Saturday morning at the Marquette Commons. From 9 to 1, you'll find a wide variety of local foods, produce, art, and so much more. Plus, the Wednesday night farmers market on the 100 block of West Washington Street is back from 5 to 8. For more information, visit mqtfarmersmarket.com. The Farmers Market is presented by the Marquette TDA and sponsored by Flagstar Bank and WZMQ 19. 19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
She's fair.
Untrue, Your Honor.
What, you're going to have your turn.
She's inquisitive.
What in the world led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
Mostly clear skies for the balance of tonight. Not bad winds gradually tapering off, but still high enough to keep us on the mild side to help mix up that atmosphere a bit. Temperatures closer toward the Lake Superior shoreline around 50, including a 51 in Marquette. Farther inland, temperatures in the 40s. No frost expected for tonight across the interior regions. Into tomorrow, not bad. Some early showers, Eagle Harbor to Ironwood, and then a chance of a few showers later in the day from east of Marquette into Newberry and Sault Ste. Marie. A few clouds overall, but still not bad. Temperatures well up into the 60s, nice and mild. Sunday, though, looks great. We'll have some sunshine. Temperatures well into the low 70s, even mid-70s on Monday. 2 great days with some sunshine, good leaf viewing weather there. Still some good color out in the Upper Peninsula. Clouds on Tuesday, and back to cooler air as we head toward the middle of next week. Kevin?
Thanks, Tom. And finally tonight, last night we showed you a monkey enjoying a pumpkin this Halloween. We show you this sand cat doing the same. This video shows Simba, cautious at first, but eventually sticking his whole head inside the pumpkin. And now we turn to this hippo at the Cincinnati Zoo. Bibi, the hippopotamus, is able to crush this entire pumpkin in one bite. She's the that is good old Mike Leflam, if you couldn't tell. Daughters are also apparently able to enjoy smashing pumpkins as well. And Mike, I understand you have an update on that score from earlier.
Yes, Nagani defeated Houghton by the score of 31-12. I think that hippo is a hungry hippo from that board game of previous mention.
Well, I don't know if the board game made those sounds.
Probably not. Lots of marbles, but not that one.
All right, everyone. We'll see you on Monday.
You already know Jen Hill voted with Democrats 99% of the time. But did you know Hill was the deciding vote to raid the teachers' pension fund? Worse, Hill voted to cut school safety and mental health funding 92%. Lansing Liberal